Hey everybody, it's Alexia from amysticspath, back to bring you guys some more clarity. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching the video on the Aries new moon, which is taking place Sunday, the 11th of April, 2021. It is currently the 9th of April, Friday, 2021 at the time of me filming this. Now, before I get started, I want to say if you are new to the channel, please make sure that you subscribe and turn on the notifications so you don't miss any more weekly guidance, monthly guidance, messages from spirit, pick a card reading, moon readings, things like this. All right, now this video, usually I do these at the beginning of the week and kind of work my moon readings into my weekly energy videos, but this new moon is taking place on Sunday, and I really wanted to talk about the fact that it's not just a new moon. It is we are having a stellium in the sign of Aries. Now, a stellium is multiple planets in one sign, like 4 to 5. And right now we have the sun, which is in the sign of Aries. We have Venus in the sign of Aries. We have Chiron in the sign of Aries. The moon will be in the sign of Aries on the day of the new moon. And we also have Mercury in the sign of Aries. So this is how we think and how we communicate our desires, how it is we're moving and expressing ourselves into the world. Chiron is exemplifying our wounds, and we have Venus exemplifying what it is that we're attracted to, and how it is that we're connecting with our love and our love for others and our love for ourselves, that are all in the sign of Aries, which can be very aggressive. It can be very sharp-tongued. It can be even violent at times, but it also is very playful. It's very energetic, and it's very exploring, and it's very inquisitive. All right, so I want to go ahead and I want to dive into what it is that we're looking at for the energy of this new moon, which we're already kind of starting to tap into, and will probably carry us a little bit after Sunday, like into next week. Now, first we have what this energy looks like, and then we have how we need to work with this energy over here. So we're going to start with what this energy looks like. And we have the spirit of gratitude. Take a deep breath. Diving into a task. The Knight of Wands. The King of Cups. Temperance. And the Eight of Cups. And we also have the Powerful Purpose, First Breath, Beginner's Mind, the King of Staves, and the Eight of Coins. So first of all, we can kind of see, we have this conflicting energy of the Knight of Wands, which is very obsessive and absorbing into like passion and action and what it is that he is going after. This is the energy of charging forward. This is the energy of moving quickly. This is the energy of ill patience, of not having very many patience, and just for other things, for distractions, and kind of being very, very ingrained and absorbed, right? And then we have the King of Cups, who is naturally one that is very in tune with his emotions and knowing what it is that his emotions are trying to tell him. But when we have this Knight and this King paired together, the first thing that I seen was this contradiction between our energy of wanting to move forward and this forcefulness to push through that is contradicting our emotions, or that there is an off balance, of aggression and emotions that are kind of just like going like this instead of like the scales being balanced. It's like rotating, where this one is exemplifying higher. Your aggression may be exemplifying higher at this time, but then there may be a change and a shift where your emotions are exemplifying higher. There is an almost like this energy of an energetic reaction either way. It's like either an emotional reaction that can spur into what seems as aggressiveness, or it can be aggressiveness that turns into an outburst of crying, things like that. All right. Now, with this energy, there is this energy of things unfolding, that things are starting to unfold and they're starting to blossom and they're starting to bloom, right? We can see that within nature, but we can also see that within our lives. We have the energy of needing to take a deep breath and pull back into ourselves. We're going to have this energy of wanting to do a task, and really, like I said, that energy of charging forward and moving. So I can see that there's a lot of energy that can be kind of distracting, encompassing, and really like aggressive. But I don't want to say it's like aggressive in a bad way, but it's aggressive in a way that it could go either way depending on what way, how you're trying to apply this energy. We have the energy of a fresh breath and beginner's mind, and looking at things from a fresh perspective and a fresh point of view, which is something that I've been saying, but looking at things from like, not from the ruins of everything almost falling down around you. Look at them as if you were approaching a situation and looking at what, like this blank slate of what it is that you had to build, or what it is that you had to build up to. If there was almost this like this rubble that you felt like that you stumbled across, right? Instead of being in the midst of everything that is falling down around you, take that deep breath and see how things are unfolding for the start of something new. Again, we're at this beginning phase, right? We've had this energy of this fresh breath of like air trying to come through for months now, and starting within the winter months, right before we hit spring. And I feel like this was because to get us ready to this point of where we can really feel like our slate has been wiped clean in a way. And while looking at this, it is looking at what has fallen down around you. That is everything being broken down and wiped clean. This stellium that is in the sign of Aries right now has a very powerful purpose. We're looking at Aries, it's the war of God. It is the beginner start. Aries are doers. They are the ones that come in and they start a project. They might not finish it, but they start it. And then that's when our other signs like Sagittarius and Leo come in to mold and fix and develop it further, right? And that's just kind of how the energies of the zodiac signs work if we're looking at our fire signs, right? But this is the energy of make sure that we're not getting too caught up in the need to be busy. There's this energy of temperance saying that you need to kind of balance yourself and take a breath, and almost if there's situations that you need to leave behind or walk away from, make sure that you do so. Don't get caught up in this energy of aggression and wanting to move fast and irritation. Like if something is standing in your way, you will get quickly irritated. Don't necessarily fall in line with that. We need to kind of take a step back and take a deep breath and make sure that we are balancing ourselves, and we're not just in this space where like I need to get up, I need to go, I have stuff I need to do, there's stuff I need to be doing, like get out of my way, which is an energy that I can honestly say I've definitely been feeling for myself. But I am a Sagittarius, and that is an energy that is definitely ingrained within me, is the need to move and get stuff done. So I definitely understand that. Now, how we need to work with this energy for our best benefit, we have the cards of broken open, shining through, Garden of Venus, the Wall, the Seven of Staves, the High Priestess, the Ten of Swords, and the Eight of Wands. And we also have Opening to Discover, Straddling Worlds, the Sun, and the Magician. Now, I want to talk about this card of Straddling Worlds, because this is really important within your evolution and your step forward of what it is that the next steps that you make. And this is the card of Straddling Worlds, is connecting within this Seven of Wands and this High Priestess. So it's like we're in the physical and we see where we're at and what it is that we are almost up against, right? But there's a lot of aggressive energy within the physical. There's a lot of tense energy within the physical. So this is the time where you have to kind of go and see into another world, see into and connect with your intuition, and even connect with those that have come before you. If this was like the Great Hall, or the Great Hall of like spirits or gods to come before us, that we're going in and we're connecting, like, what is my next step? What is it that I'm supposed to be doing? Because there's all of this external noise, there's all of this external chaos, and we're falling in line and listening to our intuition that is stemming from another world, that is stemming from the divine, that is stemming from the gods. We are taking this energy and kind of opening ourselves up, allowing ourselves to open and to shine, to shine this light, or to let this light shine through to us, to let this light be able to reach us in a way that it can connect within our almost our inner light, and that we can kind of open up to what it is that the universe actually has in store for us. We have the need to rest and rejuvenate ourselves. We can't go endlessly or tirelessly and shoot forward and just be throwing arrows consistently, tirelessly, without break, without rejuvenation at our obstacles. There is this energy that's going to leave you in a space where you're feeling like there's too much on your plate, you're run down, you're overrun, like you can't do it. So, and that, like, it's the energy of not necessarily that you can't do it, but the energy of being burnt out and having just too much on your plate, because you're trying to kind of like tear down this wall that's in front of you. And what's coming through is like you're trying to tear down this wall in front of you, but you may be able to turn around from that wall and walk the other way to a new opening. That the obstacles that you may be trying to face may be in a space where you're trying to aggressively get through them, but there's another way, there's another opening, there's another doorway. All right. This takes place in really opening your eyes to the resources that you have, falling in with your intention, seeing what that is, going back to the base blocks, and really starting to put out prayer, manifest what it is that you truly want, where it is that you're truly trying to go, not out of the comfortability of where it is that you are, but you have to kind of connect with the other realms, the other worlds, and your intuition to get this clarity, on what that is. But the universe is breaking this, like trying to chisel at you to break open to almost this new fresh breath, this new start that I've been speaking of for, I feel like, months at this point, to get you to a point where you are literally radiating and that you are living in a different way. It's almost this energy, I feel like, where we want to shoot through our obstacles, but our obstacles may be preventing us to get to a space that makes sense, but not what it is that we truly want. The universe is saying that this is, your fresh start. Things are starting to grow. Things are starting to bloom. Things are starting to develop of things that you've been putting in work from before. For my people that have been working on manifesting and things like this, that things are starting to come into develop and starting to kind of bud. All right, this is the season of, and the zodiac sign of, really moving and moving towards our passions and our creativity and things like that. So some of the things that are in our place, or in our obstacles that are in front of us, may seem very, 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 very hard to break through, to chisel through, because it's something that seems good, something that seems obtainable, or seems like, okay, I just need to get this piece. But in reality, it may not even be what it is that you are praying for. It may just be an extension of a situation that you've already been encompassed in, and the universe is trying to still break that apart. So if you're trying to cling on to anything that is not what it is that you've been praying for, what it is that you've been asking for, and you're trying to hold on to something else because it's familiar, it's not really going to bode well for you at this time. And that energy that we feel with that resistance is going to come off as aggression and irritation and frustration. And we don't want to be projecting that into like our spiritual team or anything like that. So at this time, with this Aries new moon, stellium, it's really, really, really a good time to sit and really focus on what it is that you are receiving when you're connecting to your guides and other worlds and realms and dimensions that are trying to give you the information that you need to walk through this life. We really have to connect with that, because the universe is giving you that fresh breath, that first breath energy that I was speaking of, that it's been trying to build you up to this point. And like I said, this Aries stellium has a powerful purpose. And this powerful purpose is to put you in the direction, the starting point of the direction of where it is that you are actually supposed to be, that's going to be good and conclusive for you, not just something that is better or a better version of something that you've already been served, that you decided a long time ago that you don't want anymore. So moving away from the things that we don't want and not trying to hold on to them out of familiarity, and moving towards what it is that you want to move. But again, check the level that you're moving at, because if you're moving too fast and you're trying to rush through things too fastly, too quickly to get to an end goal, you are going to have too much stuff on your plate, too much stuff on your hands, and you're going to feel like you're bound up, that you have a lot of anxiety, that you're at rock bottom, that you're very frustrated because you're trying to move faster and miss things that you are supposed to be seeing for different avenues to get you to a place in life that you actually want to be, not just something that is better than what it is that you have been served. Actually configure things and sit down and make a plan of how it is that you are going to get to where it is that you actually want to go, not somewhere that just makes sense. And really look at why obstacles are being placed in front of you, because you keep trying to go to a place that isn't meant for you, that you decided wasn't meant for you, because you said you don't want this, you want something different. So then you have to move in a different way. You have to take different opportunities. You have to try different things. You can't just be like, okay, I'm going to do the same things that I've always done, or the same things that I've been told to do repetitively over time. You're only going to get the same thing that you've gotten before, or maybe a slightly better version. But we want something completely different, something that is actually going to make our soul sing, shine, speak, dance, and to really make the inside of us glow, and that the energy of what it is that we love, and loving life and being in a life that is good. Society tells you you have to work so hard. Society tells you that your life has to look like shit, or you're not doing it right, or you have to have all of this irritation and just all of this focus on being a workhorse. And that's just something that a whole bunch of people decided that that's what they wanted their society to look like. It doesn't mean it's conclusive. It doesn't mean that that's how you have to live. So you have to start making spaces, making steps of what it is that happiness in your life you feel like that's going to look like, and start making steps towards that. Not something that is better than what it is that you've already experienced, but something completely that is falling in the same line, like the next step up. You want something completely different than what it is that you've experienced, that is good in a completely healthy way. Now, this is what it is that I'm seeing for the energy of this new moon / stellium in the sign of Aries, and the power of what it is that it's trying to do for you, and what it is that it's been building up to try to do for you as each planet has entered in the sign of Aries. All right, now this is what I'm seeing, and I hope that this message has helped you guys, and that you have gotten clarity from this message. And if you feel like you need a reading specifically for yourself, please do not hesitate to contact me. Everybody have a great day.